Okay, so it may not be romantic, but it's something that can make or break a relationship. It's money.
That's right. Financial expert Nick Foulks joining us now today. This is just an awkward topic. Nick, you're a great guy, nice guy, but help us out with this one, you know?
Yeah.
How do you even broach the subject?
How do you start?
Okay, so first off, it's not easy to dive into the subject. One part is just making time for it.
Yes.
Our lives are so busy. I mean, I think about it, myself, I have 3 young kids. I'm working, my wife's busy, we're tired at the end of the day, don't want to have these conversations. Even a lot of my clients who are in retirement, their lives are so busy, they have so many things that they're doing that they don't necessarily sit down and talk about money or talk about budgeting or those different things. But I'm going to let you know that one of the most important things you can do is kind of set it like an appointment and say, okay, we're going to have every couple of weeks a conversation about money and where we're going.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I was just going to say like a Saturday at 2 when the kids are at an event or whatever. That's how you do it.
Exactly. You set an appropriate time where you're not going to have something that's going to tear you away or get you frustrated or kind of throw you off. The kids are running around or something like that.
Sure.
And you lose focus on what you're trying to do. Okay. So just set that time that's going to make sense for you.
When you're mentally sharp, too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Saturday at 2 or whatever.
Yeah. For me, it would be early morning. Because by the end of the day, you'd be too tired. Yeah. All right. So these are the things that you need to do. Find compromise.
Yeah, and that's not always easy. Here's the first thing. Let's just remember, we're probably not always going to see eye to eye on everything, right? But you remember that old saying, we don't have to see eye to eye to walk hand in hand?
I didn't know that old saying.
I didn't either, but I'm liking it.
The same thing applies when we're looking at finances. You're not always going to agree with your spouse or significant other on how every little piece should be managed. But if you can compromise and really respect each other's requests, that's where you can become compatible financially. We have a little compatibility quiz on our website, wealthwisconsin.com, to help couples start having the conversation on areas where they might see conflict or areas where they're going to be aligned with one another.
And that's also on our website, so people can go on and take that.
Yeah.
Take the quiz. See if your mate's right for you. You might already be married for 20 years and need to take this quiz.
That's right. Now, this is a challenging one because I have heard more millennials, if you will, or couples are doing their own separate accounts. But you say pool your money.
Yes, research shows us that couples who pool their money together actually have less arguments about money. We're living in a society today where people are kind of getting married later and later in life. So there's kind of my life and my finances, your life and your finances, and never the two shall meet. First off, marital property state, what's mine is mine, yours is mine, and all of those things. It's going to happen anyway.
Yeah.
But now, if we have a joint account or pooled money, we don't have arguments on who's responsible for what expenses. We can avoid some of those arguments. We can also avoid any discrepancies for if somebody's a higher income earner. Because if you have your account and you're a higher income earner than me, and I have my account, maybe I'm always going to feel like, well, you always have more money to do what it is you want to do, even though we're evenly splitting the bills. I have less money to utilize. So all of that being joined together allows you to kind of put trust in one another and kind of even the playing fields, if you will.
And then do you have to ask her for more money for anything that you want to do?
Yeah. Ooh.
You don't want to be coming to your spouse asking. That could be hard. All right, stay honest.
I heard the shoe drop, literally.
Exactly, the shoes in your trunk that are hiding there from your husband.
Being honest about purchasing and being honest about your money is a huge part of having success in a relationship. Here's what studies have showed us, 30%. So on average, 1/3 of Americans today who have combined their finances have admitted that they're lying about having all of their accounts together, that they have separate accounts somewhere else to be able to make their own purchases or do things that they want to be able to do without having to be held accountable.
Yeah. 30%, that's a lot of you out there, so try to get a little more honest.
I can see a little 5% slush fund for miscellaneous things at the mall that you may see.
If Eric just watched the show, he would be checking all the finances.
I'm not disclosing where I hide those things, however.
But here's the thing. If we say, all right, I'm going to set aside a little bit of money, there's nothing wrong with that.
Sure.
But if we find out that there's money that we didn't know about,
well,
it's like financial infidelity.
Could each couple say, okay, we each get X amount per month for our fund, or whatever, like what stuff I want to do, stuff you want to do. Is that a good thing?
Exactly, because if you can set aside buckets of money that you know are position just for fun things
Sure.
or just for personal purchases,
Okay.
it alleviates the stress. I even have some friends that their wives are stay at home and they pay their wives a salary
Oh, wow.
I
for
can
being
see
at
that.
home and
Oh,
saying,
wow.
hey, this just to show you, you're valuable for the effort that you put in the household. And they set aside an account and it gets paid, and I don't care what you do with it, but that's your money. So
That's excellent.
I think it's good.
Eliminate debt.
yeah, debt is like the kryptonite to a super relationship. All right.
Oh my.
The reason being is we all know that money and finances is one of the biggest stresses on a marriage. It's one of the leading causes for divorce. And a lot of that comes because of financial pressure due to overbearing debt loads that we're carrying.
Oh,
Because
wow.
we're purchasing things with a buy now, pay later
Yeah.
mentality.
In,
You always
in
get
10
to pay us.
seconds, we got one more. Create rituals. Does that just mean?
Yeah, if you want to be healthy in life, what do? You get a ritual of what you're going to eat and when you're going to work out.
Yeah.
Same thing applies to your finances. If you want to have a healthy relationship financially, create a ritual when you're going to talk and how you're going to budget and make sure that you stick to those things.
Nick, thanks so much.